Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy Hodges. I'm an advocate for OCD, in particular pure OCD, and I'm also a certified peer support specialist working with people all over the world providing peer support and also referral consultations. NoCD and OCD is an app. Inside the app you can connect with other people who have OCD, find resources, and they also do telehealth around the world. Visit them at treatmyocd.com or nocd.com. I am on vacation. This is why I am not in my office and you don't see the banana. Instead, you see a fish. I just noticed that. I'm sorry it's so bouncy. I don't have a desk or anything, but I just wanted to do a video. And in fact, I might do two this week. And here's why. I remember last year, if you've been following me for a while and you've seen my videos, you probably remember the video I did the last time I was here in the Bahamas. And I was pretty disheveled. It was a pretty tough time for me as far as traveling. Since then, I've had a lot of experience in traveling, and I've also just grown so much over the last year, and that's what I want to talk about today. I am on vacation. And so it has been interesting to try to disconnect. So, by the way, I have not prepared anything for this video. So this is just going to be me talking to you, rambling a little bit. So if that's not your jam, like, click off and that's fine. But I just wanted to share some stuff that's going on for me. And then I'll probably share again. I want to watch the video from last year and then do another video, but I wasn't in a space to do it today because I just am not. But one of the things that's hit me so far, and I think that it might benefit, which is why I wanted to do a video on it, is it's been a little bit over a year since I was here. That time of life for me was really, really hard, as you probably saw in that video. I was so anxious I could barely get on the plane to get here. I almost didn't get here, which meant I probably wouldn't be here again this year. I was going through an extreme loss. I'd had a breakup at that point. And as we know, when you have loss or grief or things in your life, it can 100% trigger anxiety, it can trigger OCD, it can trigger everything. And I was hella triggered. I was so sad. I was so scared at that point. And I just wanted to share some thoughts about where I'm at now compared to last year. This is not one of those videos where it's like, oh my God, everything's so much better and life is great. That's not what this is. I just want to share the reality of some of the things I can remember. It helped having familiarity. I'd already been here this year because I was here last year. It helped with my anxiety. So sometimes familiarity helps. I still get scared. I travel a lot for work, and I still get scared in places that I don't know. Situations that I don't have the answers, that I haven't done before. I have a big core fear of looking stupid, and that feels like it puts a spotlight on me when I'm traveling internationally, which I do a lot for my nonprofit because we run events internationally. And the Bahamas is international. Even though it's very much similar to the United States, it's still different and I still get anxiety. But it was easier this time because I knew what to do and I knew the steps to get here. And I wanted to share that with you today. Because if you're struggling with things that you do that for the first time, you're not alone in that. A lot of people are just like, oh, super adventurous and spontaneous. This person is not. And a lot of it is out of core fears of looking stupid, of standing out, of not knowing what I'm doing. And that was a big fear of mine last year. But also, I was stuck in pain and grief. And that's what I wanted to focus on in this talk right now. Last year when I was here and coming back here was actually a bit of an exposure to be able to be in the same environment I was in last year in such a horrible space, to be able to face it and show myself, you can move through this. One of the things I wanted to share with you on this video is this. One of our biggest obstacles with OCD and anxiety is when we are in the space of how things feel, we really do feel like they're never going to change. We are so scared we're not going to get out of it. It's one of the biggest fears. If we knew, or if we could compartmentalize or logic or rationalize, I will get through this emotion and it will be okay. I will get through this anxiety. I will get through this shame. I will get through this guilt. If we knew and know, I will get through this, and on the other side, I'll be okay. It might suck for a little bit, but I will. If we really knew that and had embraced that, and or had been taught that or have experienced it, the fear might not be so pervasive. And that's what I came here to share with you today. Last year at this time, it's brought up a lot for me. Being in the same places, seeing the same things, smelling the same things, feeling the same things. You know what I'm saying? Like, the smell of being here, that like the Airbnb I'm at smells the same because I stayed here last year. The beach, how it feels, like the sand. I know that sounds strange, but like the sounds, like the golf cart that I drive around and stuff on this little island, everything reminds me of how I felt last year. And this year I can safely say I'm doing all this and I'm not in the pit of despair that I was in last year. But let me tell you something. Last year I never believed I would get out of it, because grief and big emotions are very much like the entrapment of anxiety. You think that's where you're going to be forever because it's so big, it captures everything, all of your attention, all of your energy, everything that you can think about for the future. And all you're doing, all I was doing at that point, was anything and everything to get out of it, because I didn't know how to experience it and just know I had to hang on. Because everybody falls all the way down. And you just gotta hang on. You gotta hang on sometimes until you get out of it. I have never been taught that. I have never learned that in my life. No one showed me. No one assured me that I would. It basically was just like, well, you'll just get over it, or, you know, things could be worse, or look at so-and-so and they have a worse problem, or whatever. It was never it is going to be bad for a while, but you have the strength. You have the self-trust. You have it in you to get through it. Now, I know this message may seem all over the place, but for me, it doesn't. Last year, and being here is reminding me of this. Last year, I was at one of the lowest places I have been in my adult life. And that video is still up on my channel. I'm going to watch it in a day or so. I don't want to right now, but I will, and then I may do another video in reflection. I never thought I would get through it, because grief is something that I never allowed myself to experience, or never had the belief that I was capable of doing it. The same way I live with anxiety with OCD and never thought that I could get through it. But that's what exposure response prevention taught me. I can get through it. I can endure these hard emotions. And last year I haven't talked about this on my channel at this point, but I'm going to start talking about it now, and here we are. Last year I went through months and months and months of this horrible grief. And you know what? I came out on the other side. And I came out on my own. I couldn't trust anybody but myself. I just had to rely on knowing I could get through it. The same way when anxiety hits me, when these big emotions hit me with OCD, I have to sometimes just rely on myself. I can do this. I can get all the way through, no matter how scary it feels, no matter how it feels like I'm trapped and I'll never get out of it. I learned how to trust myself for the first time in my life. And as a reminder, I'm 47. It took me that long. I know this video is a little all over the place, but I felt like it was important to share, especially after last year. But what the message that I want you to hear is this: there's no emotion that you cannot get through. And maybe you and I are very much alike, but maybe all of us are alike. We don't know how to experience emotions that are really scary, including anxiety, and feel them all the way through and allow ourselves to feel them all the way through to show ourselves that we're capable. I'm telling you today, and today is a testament of where I'm at and in reflection of where I was last year to this year. And I know you may be thinking, well, fuck, like a year is a long time. And to me, that 4 months, that 4 or 5 months was a very long time. But I just kept telling myself, you just gotta hang on. And you're gonna get through this. And I want you to know, you just gotta hang on. You are capable. You just may not know it. As scary as things feel, as scary as the thoughts are, as scary as the feelings are, you're capable of getting through it. Trust me, if I am, you are. We are no different. That's my message tonight, and I hope that hits, and I hope it resonates. Because I wish that I could have given this message to myself a year ago when I was here, but I had to go through it on my own to experience it. So if I can be there wherever you're at in this moment, and you just need a little bit of cheerleading or a little bit of me walking alongside you to remind you you're strong enough, you're capable enough, you can do this, you can trust yourself to get through this, then this hit the way that I wanted it to. I will check in with you here in a few days, and I hope that you're doing okay. I'm not taking clients until about a couple weeks from now. It's May 2024 right now, or it's April 2024 right now. So if you're watching this later than that, no worries. But go to ChrissyHodges.com if you're looking for services for peer support or referral consultations. And for NoCD, go to treatmyocd.com or nocd.com. I'll see you soon.